Hello and welcome to Michella's World. Okra. What do we cook with okra? Most people don't use okra because they don't know what to do with it. Okra is used in the south of the United States and also in Japan and a few other Asian countries. But most people don't know what to do with okra. Today I'm going to show you a family recipe with okra as well as chicken. It is absolutely delicious. So let's go to my kitchen and I'll show you how it's done. Pour 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil in a pan. Once heated, add 4 cups of roughly chopped onion. Mix the onions into the oil and cook until tender. In a non-stick frying pan, add about 2 cups of vegetable oil. Mix the onions occasionally so they won't stick to the bottom and they will cook evenly. Lightly fry the okra in bunches and not all at the same time. I'll be cooking 6 cups of okra. Okra is very popular in the Middle East. While the okra is frying, check on your onions and mix them. Add a teaspoon of coarse sea salt and mix. Salt will help the onions sweat. Cover and continue cooking. You don't want the okra to become brown, but just lightly fried. The purpose for this is so they won't fall apart when cooking. Scoop the okra from the oil and place over a paper towel in a colander. I've placed a bowl under the colander so that the oil will drip into it. Now you can fry the second batch of okra. As you can see, I use small okra. Small okra doesn't have any seeds in it. Big okra has big, large seeds and can sometimes be slimy on the inside. I don't like that. Once the onions are translucent, add 1 tablespoon of date syrup. Date syrup can be found in many health food stores or Middle Eastern specialty stores. You can always add 1 pitted date instead of date syrup. Add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. This one is low sodium. If you don't like soy sauce, then you can use salt. That's what my family used. But I like soy sauce because it adds extra flavor and color. Add coarse sea salt onto the first batch of okra. Okra provides vitamin C, K1 and A, antioxidants, folate, and fiber. Cover with a paper towel. Now scoop the second batch of okra from the frying pan and place on the paper towel. You can find frozen okra in any Middle Eastern supermarket. Now add coarse sea salt to the second batch. Mix the salt into the okra and add a paper towel in order to absorb some of the oils. Ooh, my onions are looking really good. Cut 3 garlic cloves into thin slices. Saute them in the pan where you fried the okra. What you want now is a burst of garlic aroma. And here it is. The aroma of the garlic is wonderful. Now add the okra back in the pan and mix it well with the garlic. It smells incredible already. Add just enough water to cover the okra. We won't add any salt right now because we had sprinkled salt all over the okra before. But we will add 1/4 teaspoon of coarse black pepper. This is muti, double concentrated tomato puree. It can be found in specialty supermarkets or it can be ordered online. It's a little more expensive, but it's really worth it. Add 3 tablespoons to the okra. If you can't find muti, then use the tomato puree or paste of your choice. Add just enough water to cover the okra. Cover and simmer on low. Now the onions are tender and aromatic. It's time to add the chicken. This is skinless, boneless, and I cleaned it and washed it, of course. Cover each piece with the luscious, tender onions. You can cook up to 8 pieces, 4 chicken thighs and 4 chicken legs. Today I'm only cooking 6 pieces of chicken. My okra is coming along beautifully. It's still green and each piece is whole. I've tasted it and it needs a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper. Use as much as you like. You can start cooking the chicken first and then the okra just about 45 minutes before you serve. But I like to cook them at the same time. The okra can sit in the pan and just collect all the flavors from the garlic and the tomato sauce. It's even tastier that way. Cover and allow it to simmer a little bit longer. Add enough water just to cover the chicken. Cover and simmer on low for at least an hour to an hour and a half so your chicken falls off the bone. Just take a look at that. Doesn't that look scrumptious? Come on. It's wonderfully caramelized. Time to serve. Make your favorite rice. You won't find anything like this in any restaurant. It is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for watching how to prepare okra and chicken. I hope you'll try it and let me know. Always leave a message below and let me know how you did. And please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.